Coach, I'm sorry, I'm thinking Coach, my bad. He was just here, Devin. Apologies. I was going to ask you about Coach getting his first win as an NBA head coach. Just your thoughts on and how the team celebrated that.
Yeah, we gave him a water bath in there. They put together a nice little video of his family and friends congratulating him. So it's big time. You know, it's a welcome to the Valley moment, getting the first one, you know, under his belt, and, you know, we're all rallying behind him.
You had a situation where you're watching the comeback in that third quarter. What was that like, seeing guys like Colin get you guys back in it, and then for you and Dylan to basically close it out in the fourth?
Yeah, it brought the arena back to life. You know, it brought our bench back to life, and, you know, I think it was super special for us to, you know, deal with that in the first game, seeing what you can do and being down 20 points and, you know, flipping it and going on a run and doing it together.
Book, a lot of times a team that has to, over here, a lot of times when teams come back from 20-point deficits, it's a veteran team that's used to playing with each other. You guys are not that. What do you think was the key of you guys just kind of finding your resolve to get back in the game?
We made a couple adjustments at halftime. We started switching a lot and, you know, just trying to just pick up the intensity, pick up the effort. You know, we felt like they were too comfortable in the first half, getting everything that they wanted. So, you know, we understand they're going to make tough shots. They have talented players, but, you know, just making them a little bit more uncomfortable, and I think we did a pretty good job of that.
Book, you've seen Dylan do that before, but from the other side, what was it like having it on your side and having him ignite the crowd like that?
I mean, that's part of his MO, and we need that. You know, it's definitely something that we didn't have a lot of last year. Just getting everybody riled up, getting everybody in tune to the game, and, you know, you can't teach that stuff, and, you know, you can't value it because, you know, it's super important.
And some might see the first quarter that he had and think he got a little bit too trigger happy, but you want that confident guy on your team every time, right?
Hell yeah, everyone has to be a threat out there, and, you know, he's going to do that at all moments. We've gave him the green light to do that. It's going to take pressure off everybody and make life easier for everybody.
Book, what did you learn about the new pieces on the team? Anybody's play surprised you at all?
I mean, we've had a good camp, you know, so I pretty much know these guys, and I have a lot of respect for them. I'll definitely watch the game back tonight and, you know, have a better understanding. I kind of black out while I'm out there, but it's a good team win overall.
Devin, we feel like we saw a lot of grace in initiating points of attack for y'all offensively, where you use as a screener. Just kind of, what's that relationship with the guards, the other guards with you when you're screening for them, and how you're kind of able to manipulate action from it?
I mean, it's an action, you know, I think a lot of the NBA is using now, you know, because sometimes it just causes confusion to the defense. Sometimes you set it, sometimes you slip out of it. You know, you're just doing it to cause some type of, you know, disruption and, you know, open a lane for him, or two might go to him and leave me open and play not a closeout. So, you know, I think you see OKC do it a lot. We did it a little bit last year, but, you know, a lot of people are using it now.
Hey, Devin, you had a solid amount of pick-and-roll possessions with Mark in his 24 minutes. Just what intrigues you about that chemistry that you're going to be able to develop with him as the season progresses?
Yeah, I think I missed him on 2 or 3 lobs, you know, that, you know, some of the coaches told me, and, you know, definitely something I'll go look back and get used to because, you know, he'll go up and get it. You know, so I typically always reading the backside of the defense and pass 2 or 3, but having a rim threat like that and somebody that can catch it, you know, I have to, you know, reward him for that.
In the first half, very unlike you to be the guy like getting caught in the air for turnovers. What were you seeing that maybe wasn't there, and what changed for you in the second half?
It was just nasty overall, you know, kind of throughout. I made a few shots in the third, but, you know, I think 6 or 7 turnovers and 5 missed free throws. You know, it hurt a lot worse than a loss, so, you know, I'm happy we scrapped that out and figured a way.
Do you take solace in being that kind of guy where, like, you feel you described your play as nasty and yet you look at your production and it was there, or is it more about the quality you felt overall?
It was quality, just careless with the ball, just losing it, just unlike me. Just got to lock in. Thank you.